Evening all, welcome back to the mighty Cobra, the Sting, I think we called it. I've already forgotten the name of it. But, so what we're doing is we're being bastards. We're actually being naughty, cheeky pirates in Erin, and all we're doing is actually just cruising around killing the law. So I fought the law, and well, in this case, the law doesn't win because here we go. We're going to go and give him a bad time. Now look at that. Missiles have auto-locked. With multi-cannons have auto-locked. Everything's locked on. Oh, and he's got out of range. What a noob. And that's it. This is all we're doing. So we're actually helping a pirate escape here. So this feels good. And look at that. Missiles away. Quite a lot of missiles away. And oh, goodness me. Missiles are rather good. In fact, missiles are ridiculously broken at the moment. Well, maybe not, but they are just the best gun in the game by a long way, as they probably should be. I think they're just ridiculous. But here we go. So target number 2. Look at that. How many missiles am I firing? And then look at the Gatling guns. Dack, 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 dack. Oh, I'm loving it. Look at that. It's like Arnie strapped. He's got 2 miniguns strapped to his arms, and he's on the front of my ship, and he's just going nuts. And look at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, they're not the best guns in the world. I think they seem to be doing a good job. Look at that, it's smashed into him. He's got 4% hull. I'm sorry, officer. Screw you. I've got to lie, I do like the Gatling guns. They are pretty good. But look at this. I'm gaining a bounty. I think this is the fun of what we're going to do. Now that guy's wanted, and he's like, oh, thanks, bro. Thanks for saving me. We want you dead as well. Screw you. Look at that, the missiles just annihilated him. So they give me a bounty, and then they give me money for killing the guy that I obviously should have killed anyway. Look at how effective that was. So fast forward, let's just go to another fight. This is really, I think, the beginnings of what Elite is good at. I think you do have to invest your time to get the money, but once you've got it, I mean, look at this. This is a Type 6 transporter. That's a big ship. It's not huge, but it's pretty big, and it's pretty decent. And as you can see, it's basically an NPC. It's just basically he was being chased by the police and I shot them down. And he's, I think, clean actually. Yeah, he is clean, but we're just going to go and nuke him because, well, YOLO. But we've only got the multi-cannons. Oh, there we go. So look, he's actually got, in fact, that's quite interesting. He's actually got, I think, system defense people on him because he's a smuggler, so he is actually dirty. And look at that, we're basically going to take on a Viper now. Now Vipers are probably the one ship that make me worry a bit. I don't know why, but Vipers I think are very fast. They've got the same weapon configuration or capability as the Cobra, and in essence they're probably the better ship than the Cobra, but I just think the Cobra looks cooler. We're probably going to have to be a bit careful of the Viper, so yeah. Let's see how this one pays out. But to be honest, with the gimbalized Gatling guns, or the multi-cannons, if you want to be precise, they certainly do seem to do the damage. And I think, look at this. So let's just watch this. Now they're not great against shield, nor would you expect them to be because it's a mass-driven round. To be honest, this is where I think having the backup, because after this one, I actually switched to 2 beam lasers and 2 multi-cannons. And I switch it so the right mouse button fires the beam lasers, and vice versa, and that works really well because you can use your lasers to kind of take it down his shield, and then just punch home with the multi cannons. The multi cannons are excellent. I've got to admit they're probably my most favorite guns so far. I did see that in the comments one of the dudes, Lee Church, he's playing with 4 multi cannons on a Cobra, so that'd be 2 C4s and 2 C2s, which is starting to get very. If that means nothing to you, then let me explain it because it is actually quite important. Class, it's a class. So class 1 is shit, class 4 is good. That's the equivalent, that's the quick thing to learn. Look at that, shields down, look at the Gatling guns going to town. Oh my god, he's in trouble. I think he's actually a policeman as well. Yeah, look at that, what a bastard. Now this isn't us going pirate, this is just me doing a mission actually. I was just literally trying one of the missions. This ruins my capability to ever land at Erin ever again, so I would be careful with this one because to kind of get rid of my wanted status, I have to actually land in Erin and sort out the payment to them of the bounty, and then they'll kind of let me go, sort of thing. So just really bear that in mind, because if you actually do kind of, as we would say in the UK, piss on your chips, your fries, you piss on them, you're not really going to enjoy them anymore. And that's kind of the thing to bear in mind here is You need to be a bit careful there. Look at that, firing missiles at me. That's really bad. We took a hit as well, and the Viper's down. Look at that. So we've actually gained, again, more notoriety. That's not good. But look at this. My bro here, what's his name? Tamik. He's like, yo, bro. Oh, man, thanks for saving me. Nah, we're going to kill him as well. Now, with so many rounds left to use in these Gatling guns, it would be rude not to kill him. And as you can see, look at the damage on his ship. Look at how deadly these multi-cannons are. It's just literally putting up a wall of lead. That's the beauty of these things. It's just literally a wall of lead firing at him now. And look at that, shield down. And on our next pass, we're going to hit him. Now, if we had missiles, we would be in a lot better place. Our point defense hasn't even fired yet, so obviously the missiles didn't follow us. They weren't tracking missiles, which is probably good. But look at that. So Gatling guns working their magic, and look at that armor drop. Wow. Now again, I think this is probably something to bear in mind, is the Gatling guns aren't brilliant against heavy targets, because obviously they're quite more heavily armored, but still doing the job, isn't it? Look at that. It's doing a massive amount of damage to the guy. And I've got to admit, he's not going to last long. It's a heavy ass ship as well, so there's not really much he can do except escape. But look at that, he's jettisoning cargo. See what he's doing? He's actually jettisoning the cargo to try and get me to stop killing him. Didn't work. I killed him anyway. And now what I can do is I can actually start to scoop his stuff. So you see he's got battle weapons. They're actually quite illegal. Anything which has a title on it called battle weapons, you're not going to kind of get away with. So let me give you a scenario here. If you're driving through town, nice picturesque kind of summery kind of town, and the police stop you and they find in your boot battle weapons, something that can only be described as, hey, that's a battle weapon, did you know, sir? And you're like, but officer, I don't know how it got there. There's kind of not a lot you can do to justify the fact that they're just going to stomp you into the floor when they find that you've got that on you. Anyway, there we go. Now, just looking at the keys, I actually changed the key, or rather, the key configuration changed back to the default, which I'm now using. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and just, I guess, a quick update. I actually have bought a joystick. So by the time this video's out, I will be playing with a joystick. And I'm kind of, I'm almost there with the Oculus purchase as well. If you look on the Oculus Rift website, there is the Development Kit 2, which is the current HD one. And it's currently going for I think it's about $350, $325, something like that. Which in real money, which is the Great British Pound, that's £200, which, while is quite a lot of money for a headset, I'm just thinking of what the kind of fun I can have with it. So obviously I'm going to play Elite with it, but as I was looking on the various websites that are dedicated for it, you can also play Skyrim, you can play Half-Life 2, you can play DayZ, apparently. You can play a range of games that previously you would have just said, wow, take my money. In Skyrim on the Oculus Rift, that has got to be effing amazing, surely. So I'm almost there. I'm going to do a little bit more reading up on it, and I'm going to drink a huge amount of alcohol, and I'll probably buy it. And that's pretty much my plan for this. I hope Trouble doesn't find out, because actually I think she'd quite like it as well. I think she would absolutely be mad about that. And 200 quid is what I'd spend on a monitor. And you've got to think to yourself, is it something I'm going to use for a while? Yes. Am I going to get the most out of it? Yes. Could I also sell it on eBay afterwards for maybe a third of the price or a half the price? Probably yes. So I think it's probably not too much of a further deliberation to have. Anyway, we'll see. I'm tempted, I really am. Anyway, look, so while I'm scooping battle weapons, looking all innocent like, the fuzz have arrived, the police, the rozzers, the filth. I never understood the filth. Anyway, look, so they're coming to take me down. And actually, that's not good, because they're doing quite a lot of damage to me. This is not good at all. Oh, God almighty. 3% hull. That was my kind of cue to get the hell out. And look, I'm being shot. And look, it's very, very unlikely that I'm going to survive this. This is a phenomenally expensive Cobra Mark III. This is $250,000 easy. Yeah, and at this point, I just thought, I'm dead. I'm done. That La Coppa is just going to wipe me out. But maybe not. Look at this. And, ooh, it's looking good. Am I going to get away? Yes. That was close. I mean, seriously close. it wouldn't have killed me to lose it, but I don't have a lot of money, so I think this was kind of my I was terrified at this point because it was like, yeah, this is not good. Now, look at this. This just proves what a complete knobhead I am. I'm coming into dock, right? So I'm actually coming into dock, and I'm not entirely convinced that I have got rid of the battle weapons. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I'm also thinking it. If that says ship scan, I probably should run away. But at this point, when I'm playing the game, I kind of forgot that. Anyway, let's see how that plays out. I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, anyway, I'm kind of almost there with the Oculus. I think post in the comments, maybe are any of you guys playing with an Oculus? Tell me if it's any good or not. It looks complex to set up, but I have a very clever brother who can do that. And I think I am tempted. I really am. If just to play Half-Life, I would love to play Half-Life with an Oculus. I don't know. I remember doing VR when I was a little kid. And it was way, way, way back when VR was a little bit of a joke. So I think if it's any good now, I would be relatively tempted with it. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I would love to maybe do a little bit of other games with it, but it's going to be difficult. How could you kind of show that on a video as well? You know, it's obviously I'm playing it and you're seeing what I see, but I don't know, does that work? We'll have a bit of consideration and thinking about this. But there we go, look at that. You thought I was going to get killed, didn't you? Make sure you watch the next video because I do it again and it doesn't go quite as well. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.